DJ Zamora Remix.
Ayaw sumayaw, katawan na igalaw. Ayaw sumayaw, katawan na igalaw.
Masipate Remix.
Ayaw sumayaw, katawan na igalaw. Ayaw sumayaw, katawan na igalaw.
Goes a little something like this.
Magisayaw, magiyataw kay DJ Rams. Guwapo.
Love is a burning fire, and the flames grow higher, babe. Don't let it steal your heart. It's easy. Come on, girl. This game can't last forever. We can't live together. Try. Don't let it take your love from me. You're not you say it's not a
DJ Rams, Idol.
It goes a little something like this.
Cause this boy wants to gamble, stay. Loves more than he can handle, girl. Oh, come and stay by me forever, ever. Why does he go on pretending that his love is never ending, babe? Don't let him steal your love from me.
Lanao del Norte, Mix Club.
This is the mix of Carles and Mix Club DJs. This is Team Destruction. Basta Team Destruction, campeón.
This is the mix of DJ Romar, the best.
Of Carles Mix Club DJs. This is Team Destruction. Basta Team Destruction, campeón.
This is the mix of DJ Romar, the best.
This is Team Destruction, powered by Carles Mix Club DJs.
By 19 big points, field goals they led 49 to 39%. Rebounding, they out-rebounded by 15 points in the paint. A big differential there, 52 to 34. And look at that first half points. They really jumped on Terra Firma from the start and just kept their foot on the gas.
Well, the aggressive start was very important for the NLEX Road Warriors, and this guy in particular found his groove. In fact, you could argue this was his first efficient game of the conference as we take a look at some of his highlights against Terra Firma. But then it's his shooting percentage here in this game against Terra Firma that really stood out.
Well, I always say the good ones know how to improve, but the great ones definitely pick it up when they need it the most. And that's what Robert Bolick really does. I mean, look at what he did. 13 points in his previous two games, picked it up to 32. I mean, talk about really rebounding. 32 big ones for him against Terra Firma. Field goals definitely picked it up from 29% to 79%. So many good things are happening for Bolick, and of course the fortunes of his team.
Well, we're going to have a tough competition here against the San Miguel Beermen as we take a look at their last game. It was a clutch victory for the San Miguel Beermen. What almost a rude awakening to the conference here for San Miguel. They escaped with a 3-point win.
You know, a slow start is what they pretty much had, but down. They really finished well. I mean, there's not a stat there that shows it, but they had a 36 to 24 differential in that fourth quarter, and that spelled the real difference. So they won the game by 3, shot a little bit better, 41% to 35% versus Phoenix. More steals, so they're playing pretty good defense. turnovers kept it down and forced Phoenix into 16 big ones. But look at that, 18-5 was the points off turnover. So good things are happening for San Miguel. This is just a story team that knows how to get those W's.
They know how to get those W's. They know how to get those wins. And speaking of wins and game winners, we gotta focus on a Marshall Lassiter. This is a guy who definitely picked it up in the fourth quarter and got the most crucial basket of the game as well. I had a chance to talk to him after the last game, and he said that he was surprised he was that wide open for that final shot, and he drained it. And take a look at that. Take a look at that. Just a mean mug there.
The guy you definitely don't want to leave open. They left wide open, and Marshall obviously made them pay. You know, again, he's another guy. He just keeps plugging away, takes whatever you give him, and he takes advantage of those opportunities like he had in that fourth quarter. We had 11 big points in the fourth quarter, 15 overall, shot 55% from the field, and had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Good game for him.
But Gregorio has more for us here. Belle, what do you have?
Well, according to assistant coach Peter Martin, Paolo SMP still far from their goals for the conference, which is to tighten the defense and limit their opponent's scoring. They want to be in the top 3 of teams that allow the least points. But as it is pretty early in the conference, the coaches also want to focus on the team chemistry, admitting that they are still in the getting to know stage with their new recruits, and they are still trying to figure out how they can optimize their import to play alongside Junmar as Junmar finds his footing against a bigger matchups. Well, let's now find out who our shortest are.
And center is the Road Warriors import, number 24, Mike Watkins. And guard from Cebu, number 11, Robbie Herndon. And also at guard from Ormoc City, number 8, Robert Balik. Head coach of the Road Warriors is Joey Chico. And now let's meet the starting 5 of your San Miguel Beermen. Starting at guard from La Paz Leyte, number 6, Chris Ross. The other guard from Bautista, Pangasinan, number 77, CJ Perez. At forward is the Beermen's import, number 30, Quincy Miller. Also at forward from Ilocos Sur, number 13, Marcio Lassiter. And at center from Binambangahan, Cebu, number 15, Junmar Fajardo. Head coach of the Beermen is George Gallant. Game officials are Peter Bauer.
This is the collision course here between the NLEX Road Warriors and San Miguel Beermen. Can they make it 3 straight against the San Miguel Beermen, trying to win their second game of the conference? And the starters here for the NLEX Road Warriors, Robert Bolick coming off a great game against the Delphine Regime. Can he continue that here against the faces of Ross, Bennett, Fajardo, Miller, and company? You know, it was a great win for San Miguel. Hard fought. Let's see what they do here. Tip-off brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Hello once again, I'm Paulo Zapsado, joined by Vince the Prince Hizon and Dispel Gregorio on the sidelines here for us. Vince, in the report of Bell a while ago, they said they're still trying to get to know each other here and trying to work around being with an import and a Junmar Fajardo. Rarely do we have local talent that we force the import to adjust to the star local.
That is true. I mean, most of the times the imports are the ones doing all the damage inside. But again, San Miguel with the luxury of having such a big boy who can do so many things, like get steals even against the other imports, like what he did right there in JMF.
Oh, there he is, playing like a guard almost, talking about Junmar Fajardo. And here he is right now, working on Watkins. Watkins, right in front of him, shot no good though.
Tried to do a Nowitzki right up on him, straight up off of one leg.
You know, in our last game, talking about San Miguel Beermen, when you take a look at that Phoenix team that almost stole the win against San Miguel, even their import said that he knew about Junmar Fajardo, he heard about Junmar Fajardo, and he ups his game trying to upset the MVP. Such is the reputation now for Junmar Fajardo.
Everybody knows the caliber of play that Junmar brings to the table. And, you know, he's looking very sprightly. I look at the way he's been running around. I mean, he's a big boy, but he's got a lot of mobility.
Now, on the NLEX side, you're going to have to wonder, can Robert Bolick continue his good run of play? As you see Marshall Lassiter missing out there. Robert Bolick suddenly could barely miss in that last game against Terra Firma. And they're going to be hoping that his sights are now calibrated for the conference as CJ Perez gets the first basket of the game.
CJ wanted an extra point out of that. He pointed to the refs. Hey, that's a foul too.
You know, CJ Perez He is such a talented scorer, and sometimes people tend to forget how great of a scorer he is because of the amount of scoring punch San Miguel has in general.
Correct. And CJ has this knack and ability of really getting in those little nooks and crannies, those little, like, small little crevices. He just exploits it.
CJ Perez unable to get that ball. Adino Valdez gets the rebound. Robert Bolick wanted a foul in the previous possession, did get it, but then luckily for them, San Miguel could not score in the succeeding possession. Here's Watkins, now Semerad. Interesting to see what they do here on the pick and roll, in particular as Robert Bolick miscue on the pass. Typically, when you have a team playing against Junmar Fajardo, they do try to put him in a pick and roll a lot. They haven't gone to that yet here, talking about the NLEX Road Warriors.
Well, again, they're still feeling all these different situations out. There's a lot of basketball to be played here at the beautiful Inara Center here in Antipolo.
Miller unable to get that to go as Watkins gets the rebound. Here's Robert Bolick. Semerad. Back to Bolick. Bolick on the attack. One move finds Watkins. Oh, Junmar Fajardo with a block. Now it's Marshall Lasseter running the other way. Marshall fighting CJ. CJ Perez. No finish. Miller could not follow it up. He gets another pump, and he finally gets it to go.
Good second and third effort by the Beermen there. And Quincy Miller finally finished it off.
Robert Bolick. Now to Semerad. Watkins. Back to Robert.
A little slow getting down court after that last play, by the way.
Oh! Another block that time from Chris Ross. NLEX trying to get the possession back, and they will get the turnover. But then right now, it's been a bit of a block party here for San Miguel Beermen, showing us that maybe they could play volleyball too. Let's take a look at that again.
Just perfectly timed, Chris Ross. Knowing that Bolick wants to really take over. Just timed it perfectly on that block.
Robert Bolick now. No points yet for the NLEX Road Warriors. Slow in terms of their offense here. 3.5 minutes without a point, and that is going to be free throws.
That's a definite foul there. Again, he just couldn't stop himself. Chris Ross just trailing a little too close to big shot Bob, Robert Bolick.
Well, let's check this out as Robert Bolick set to get going.
First point, maybe.
And there it is. Enjoy the biggest sporting events this December on Pilipinas Live app. Watch all the action live on demand and on any device. Download and register now for free. Berto gets the first point of the NLEX Road Warriors. Again, our latest member of the PBA family with a signature shoe, by the way. Congratulations to Robert Bolick for that. Berto gets 2 points for the NLEX Road Warriors. Slow scoring here for both teams here, actually. The San Miguel Beermen have had a couple of looks that they felt like they should have hit. But of course, they don't want to end up having the slow start that they had against the Phoenix Fuel Masters in the last game. Here's Junmar Fajardo, hands off to CJ Perez. CJ.
Mismatch. Oh, but a bad pass.
Valdez full of energy. That's the only thing he could do to defend Junmar. And he goes and finishes the possession for their first field goal.
He's got a nice set of legs going down court right there. Got some good speed and good way to avoid the contact.
CJ, now Miller. Miller working on Valdez. He drives. Can't score though. Slow start from Miller as well as the touchdown pass intercepted by Chris Ross. Ross fighting Junmar Fajardo. Easy look with the jumper, but couldn't get the finish.
Right on line, just a little bit too long.
Well, I think it's safe to say here, Coach, the offense, a bit slow for both these teams here. It's what you call a defensive game. To be polite.
But, you know, most of the calibers of these teams are such that they can just pick it up, you know, on a snap of the finger situation that can really score in bundles.
100%, Coach. Here's Junmar Fajardo. Marshall Lasseter getting that off the pearl. Trying to get that off the glass, and he does.
Case in point, another guy who can give you instant offense.
Marshall Lasseter, we all know him for three-point shooting, but he's also one of those guys who can really pour it in from within the arc. Watkins tried a 4, couldn't get it. Here's Marshall again. Marshall working on Versa. Shooter against shooter. But here's Junmar Fajardo now. Junmar waiting for the movement. Finds Miller. Miller try a 3. Can't get it to go. And that will be NLEX ball after Marshall Lassiter had a little swipe. Let's take a look at that again. Marshall Lassiter off the curl. A couple of bumps there from Ross. Took Herndon away. And that was just a smart finish.
I'm not sure, but it looked like Quincy Miller was asking to be subbed out for a minute. Something on his arm or something.
Robert Bolig. Now Watkins. Watkins on the attack. And Junmar Fajardo that time. He got a block a while ago, but this time with a foul. You know, interesting to see how Quincy Miller does in this game in particular, because Quincy Miller actually had a really slow start in their last game. He ended up with around 15 points, but then, or rather 14 points, but he got that off 17 shots.
So kind of a high volume guy. Of course, they want a little more efficiency from Quincy, and I was right. He's out. It looks like they're going to take a look at his arm or something.
Let's take a look at Mike Watkins. In 3 games, he has drawn 11.7 fouls per game. He's only a 50% shooter, though, from the free throw line.
Well, it's just...
Marshall Lassiter. Now it's Zoa. Back to CJ. CJ to Marshall in the corner. That's a Marshall special.
Bucket. You give the ball to him at that point with his legs set. I mean, you can just count it.
Belts alone too. But that's good offense there from San Miguel Beermen as Robert Bolig is trying to get going here. Finding Ina Valdez.
Wow. That was very nice hang time there. 4 points for Valdez in the ball game. And a nice steal.
Oh, he is all over the place. As Valdez will give it back, but what effort from the young man.
Can't ask for much more than that. I mean, this kid is getting the chance to get some quality playing time, and he is making good.
Just 1 point lead here for San Miguel. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Behind every victory is a powerful winning ride. Ride like a champion.
Hey, smart holiday deals na! Instant data for you, phone for you, and the chance to win a Toyota Land Cruiser ZX. Keep loading or get a postpay plan for more raffle points. Register now!
Let's take a look at NLEX's last game. Despite their victory, Coach Jong admitted they committed too many errors that they cannot afford coming against a team like San Miguel. Glaring concern, the 15 turnovers which threw them off and affected how they played defense. Against a high-octane Beermen, for NLEX it's about having their import locked in on rebounding and shot blocking and making sure that their offense does not come from the usual suspects among the locals. Still no Matt Nieto for them as he continues to nurse back spasms and is on a day-to-day basis. Paolo.
Thanks so much for that report. That was Bel Gregorio, of course, spreading the love offensively. Has to be one of the big things here for most teams. Junmar Fajardo can't get the triple to go. CJ Perez will try, and he gets that. That was
wow. They just gave up 2 shots that were pretty much wide open. I think NLEX got to turn up that D a little bit better.
And Junmar Fajardo, actually, he was taking threes in the warm-up. And was making them and draining them, and Rocky turned them in and out. Here's Wamin Chongso. A decent debut for the former Terfirma Jeep guard from San Miguel Beermen in their last one. And here's CJ Perez. CJ attacking, driving, kicking out the corner. Controliano, no dice. Here's Enoch Valdez. Marshall Lassiter in front of him. He's waiting for the other troops. Watkins now. 11-7 in favor of Miguel Beermen. Bates bowling. Working, attacking.
Nice.
Watkins gets the rebound and scores.
Watkins using all of that 6'9" frame of his to get that nice offensive board and putback.
And the thing about Watkins, I know we say he's 6'9", but he feels like he's a bigger player with the way he plays.
Got very long arms.
Here's Junmar. Now goes Juliano. Juliano attacking. Goes inside and evades Watkins.
That was quick. Nice burst of speed from the Don Juliano.
13-9 right now. So Miguel still up top. Watkins to Herndon. Herndon working against Marshall Lassiter. Now Valdez. Valdez, great first quarter from him. Taking on CJ Perez. A little bump inside. Tosses that up and scores.
His confidence is definitely growing. Willing and able to attack opposing defenses.
Watkins with the rebound. Here's Robert Bowling. Now Semeran. He'll try a three. Can't get it. Would have given them the lead. 3 minutes left to play, quarter number 1. San Miguel running with CJ Perez. CJ, Junmar, back to CJ. Hit a three already, wide open. Don't leave him open.
That's like about 2 steps left of where he made one just a while ago. Can't leave those guys open at that, wide open like that.
Well, I sort of understood when he left Junmar wide open at the three-point line. He doesn't take a lot of those. But CJ Perez, well, that's a bit unforgivable. Here's Berto. He'll try a 4. He misses everything. The reaction from the Prince says it all.
Those are not the ones you like when they're offline. Looks like Robert Pollock and company are going to have to regroup. They're not playing very good defense, and they're not getting the shots they want.
This program is brought to you by Arena Plus.
Has driving been too much of a hassle lately? Drive the best trips when you drive your way with MPT Drive Hub. Drive worry-free, because checking RFID balance and reloading can be done through the app. Get traffic updates to ease your route, and always know your RFID balance as soon as you use them. With MPT Drive Hub, your drive is protected with roadside assistance and CTPL insurance. Let's clear the hassle away with the best travel companion. Download MPT Drive Hub now.
Ang barangay namin, naka-all-new PLDT Home Wi-Fi 5G Plus na. Up to 10 times faster. You can connect up to 15 gadgets. 1495 na lang. Plus, ang saya with a new PLDT Home Wi-Fi 5G Plus.
Yours will tune in to the San Miguel NLEX match on Pilipinas Live and the PBA Rush. At this point of the conference, NLEX coaches are confident that chemistry is so much better between Mike Watkins and the rest of the team. They're now able to hold each other accountable without playing the blame game, and they are able to set up different challenges for each other. In fact, it was a challenge that Mike associates his 30 rebound game in their last outing. The coaches just asked him, "Are you able to secure 30? Well, he delivered. It's now about consistency and also blocking more shots, according to coaches. Well, we'll see about that. Paolo.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bel Gregorio. Apparently asking you shall receive for Mike Watkins. As for 30, he'll get to 30 rebounds. Let's see how many he gets here today. CJ Perez. Oh, Watkins with a steal. Watkins came out of nowhere. And that pass also went nowhere.
He's got the turnover bug. He's had a few turnovers from long passes, and now he has one off the break. The idea was good, but the execution just not quite there.
Well, Big Moto Tua set to come in here for Coach George Gallant. As right now, this NLEX team still struggling for scoring. Got a bit of a gift a while ago because San Miguel was actually also struggling from the offensive end. Wami Johnson gets into the paint and scores.
Some contact there. He thought he should have got a foul against Alas. But again, Wami knows how to make good things happen. Despite his size, he plays one of those guys who plays a lot bigger than he really is.
Here's Alas. Finding Watkins. Watkins driving inside will go to the line to shoot 2. Again, he attracts so many fouls, and that time That was just because the defense was trying to get a swing at it. And here's Wami Johnson. That shot was magical, which reminds me that in high school and college, he was known as Magic Johnson.
Okay. That's nice.
As Watkins misses the first of two. Remember, a 50% free throw shooter here. It's not about Mike Watkins. If there is a chink in the armor for him, that probably is it.
It's like we have the whole old school NBA and the PBA now. We have a Stockton. We have Johnson.
Yeah, got Johnson there for sure. Here's Wami Johnson. Now Cruz. Here's Montaltua.
Oh,
Miller.
That's the...
Let's see what the call is here. I'm not sure if it's going to be a flop. It will be a flop. Flopping call here against Semerad.
It's either a flop or a very late call, so let's see exactly what they do call.
So there'll be a technical foul on Tony Semerad, and it will be for flopping. Well, that was the sign that was given a while ago.
You know, I've witnessed a lot of flops in my life, but nothing ever beats Mick Benisi's flop. That's still my favorite flop.
That's my favorite flop all over the world, by the way. Now, for those who are too young to know what the Mick Benisi flop is, I suggest you go online right now.
Google it.
And Mick Benisi flop PBA is your search term. And you will not regret it.
It's like great entertainment. Such a great guy. Miss you, Mick. He was a former teammate of mine at Red Bull.
Here's Wami Johnson. What a find to Jericho Cruz has entered the ball game. Unable to get that to go though, as Watkins has a strong rebound. He's been getting the rebounds again, but can they finally get going offensively? Alas, Torres for the three. Torres no good. Watkins with the tap, and balls to Miller. Almost a turnover, and alas, we'll get a turnover and a little bit of a hack.
Yeah, he slapped the hand of Don Giordano down just so he could get to the ball. Good play, but got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Michael Watkins will hit the pine for a while.
Well, now there is a flopping rule, a new flopping rule. Now it'll merit an outright unsportsmanlike technical foul. That is the call there a while ago for those wondering, as Dave Marcet gets the rebound. Here's Richie Roger. Kevin Alas, that will be a foul on Wami Johnson. That is a foul to give, by the way. Still not a penalty, that's just a fourth foul of the San Miguel Beermen with 47.2 left here in quarter number one. It's been still going again here for the NLEX Road Warriors as Roger will try it. Whoa, he drains it.
And Semerad and Quincy Miller hit the deck too.
It looks like it's Semerad over his head.
Still down.
Hold out to bumping Dave Marcelo and scoring. And Semerad has yet to get up.
This is right after the flop that they called him a while ago, but this is definitely looking like he's in real pain. I'd like to see it over again. Again, him and Quincy Miller got intertwined, and they both hit the deck.
Well, the play continues there, and let's take a look at that again. Ooh,
that looked like a bow. Hit him right on the side of the head. Quincy
still holding his left ear.
It could have been a bow. It's above the shoulder, so that's a danger zone. If they decide to say, hey, that's a...
So we're going to see if it's going to be an act of unsportsmanlike behavior. Now, again, these are acts that are considered to be intended to cause harm. Now, no rule violation of the act is not any of the following, flagrant 1 or flagrant 2. Now, if upon review an AUB occurred, the referees will call the infraction, and all penalize all infractions have already been called. But so far, no call made here. So, either way, San Miguel Beermen up 21-14. No call on Miller then. Torres finding Semerad. Can Semerad have a measure of revenge? Yes, he can.
Maybe it knocked a better shot into him. Nice shot there from Semerad.
Well, it calibrated his shot, maybe. And here's Cruz, and that'll be a foul from Roger. Foul on the ground, and it is going to be a foul to give there for the NLEX Road Warriors. That's only the second team foul. 5.4 left here to play. 1. As we take a look at that again, this must have felt good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure his head doesn't feel as bad right now after making a nice shot right there. Oh, once again gets dropped.
And they're going to take a look at that because that's an offensive foul. Miller and Semerad. You know, Semerad is what you call a pest.
Yes.
On the court.
Yes. And Miller tries to flick the pest and got caught. That's twice. Him and the Semerad locked horns. Let's see it once again. Again, they're both jockeying for a position. Watch how Quincy Miller just drops him right there.
Yeah, just shrugged him off. No real blow there, though. Alas gets a bit of free. Great pick from Semerad. Oh, but needs to shoot. Turns. Doesn't get a fall. 21-17 in favor of the San Miguel Beermen. But the NLEX Road Warriors, signs of life at the end of quarter number 1. 21-17. NLEX still on the chase. We'll be right back after a short break.
This program is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
Behind every victory is a powerful winning ride. NLEX. Ride like a champion.
Hey, smart holiday deals na! Instant data for you, phone for you, and the chance to win a Toyota Land Cruiser ZX. Keep loading or get a postpaid plan for more raffle points. Register now!
In a storm, you can probably get away with some mistakes, but we can't get away with those mistakes if we play San Miguel and Ginebra in the next 2 games.
Well, they're already playing San Miguel. Next is Barangay Ginebra, as Coach Jong mentioned. And the road doesn't get easy for them. Converge Fiber Extras look like a good team. And then afterwards, Magnolia. There is very little respite in the PBA, my friend.
Definitely not. We got back-to-back games this week. Kind of all over the place.
Wami Johnson scores with the jumper.
Fantastic pickup for the Beermen. Sure, Coach George Galan very happy with him.
Yeah, came in the trade that involved Terence Romeo and Vic Manuel. Andreas Cahilig also came in that trade. This time going to San Miguel Beermen. And boy, he had a great role last time around as well. As Wami Chongson saying that he was held by Kevin Alas.
Well, Kevin Alas is very crafty, and he's going to exploit anything you do for his own advantage.
You know, Kevin Alas, I just want to give him credit because he's one of the most mentally strong athletes. As Torres scores inside. Kevin Alas has had so many injuries to his knees, and yet he has never changed the way he played. Here's Wami Chongson with a triple. Oh, Wami Chongson has found his game.
8 points for Wami, and he is making great things happen for the Beermen.
And there's Captain Alas with a signature drive.
The drunken master, as always, finding shots, creating shots where there was none.
And Captain Alas comes that steal there. Wami Chongson hands off to Don Troliano. Big Mo Tautua. Now to Jericho Cruz. Torres right in front of him.
Notice how they're not really running the offense through Quincy Miller. Miller only with 2 points and 1 rebound in that first quarter.
And when you have a guy like Junmar Fajardo, and they're trying to tell the import that if they don't have to dominate the game, it's a different approach really compared to most of the other teams here in the PBA, as Mo Tautua will shoot too.
Such an advantage because the imports can kind of save their legs for that 4th and final payoff period. Not the same luxury of all the other teams, that's for sure. Or with the other teams.
100% as Big Mo Ooh, this is the second. Every time he wears the masks, he always reminds me that he's the chocolate Batman. That's a term that he has coined himself. Here's Kepnalas.
Just gonna leave that alone.
Torres. On the attack, on the move. Bill Bunk will go and shoot two. And, you know, the thing with Torres is he has so many crafty teammates. You look at Alas, you look at Semerad. You can only imagine the type of learning he has on a daily basis in practice court.
For sure. I mean, the guys that you get to hang around and see on a daily basis really, you know, inspire you to try to up your game.
Still no Berto here in the second quarter. Still playing all Filipino, some of the NLEX Road Warriors, and that is off the mark again. 2 misses there for Torres. Still 6-point lead here for Miguel Beermen. Here's Wami Thompson. He's starting to get go here in quarter number 2. That time to find the Mo Tautua. Oh, the spin. Got Dave Marcelo up in the air, and he scores.
That was a man move. That's what I'm talking about, Big Mo. He has got that huge frame and that mobility. That soft touch. Let's look at it once again. Spin, up and under. Just a great shot.
Well, Big Mo Tautua, Momo, Monster Mo, whatever nickname you want to give him. Boy, on his day, he's just so effective and so hard to stop.
He's Batman. So like, I'm gonna rob your bank kind of mask. But here he is.
Well, you know, Mo is one of the characters in the PBA. Definitely one of the more jolliest players out there. Yeah. He's jolly off the court, but on the court, he's all business.
Correct. Most of the great ones are. I mean, nicest guys you're ever gonna find outside the 4 lines of the court. Once they're inside the court, they're fierce.
Here's Torres, 9-point lead now for San Miguel Beermen. Richie Roger. Kepnalas fighting Semerad. Semerad to Richie Roger. 5 seconds on the shot clock to work with here. Miller is all over the place on the defensive end. Turnaround jumper. Semerad can't get the shooter's bounce. And here's Mo. Almost a turnover, but it falls to Wami Thompson. Wami calling the shots here. And quarterbacking for San Miguel Beermen as Jericho Cruz is trying to get the possession from Mo. Almost tapped away and finally ends up with Jericho Cruz. Good denial play from NLEX Road Warriors. Only 5 seconds to work with, and there is a foul inside. Miller trying to get the possession, and why am I not surprised that it's between Semerad and Miller again?
They are just focused on each other. I mean, obviously Semerad trying to get under the skin of Quincy Miller, really get him unfocused, and so far it's kind of worked.
And a turnover here, and that's going to be a foul on Wami Thompson. They're saying that the pass was made already by the time Wami fouled. So they're going to review this. But then right now, so the NLEX Road Warriors don't have their import on the floor, don't have Robert Bonig, while the San Miguel Beermen, granted, this is their second unit, but Quincy Miller still on the floor, hasn't really dominated this game yet.
Of course, we expect huge things out of the imports, and you know, thus far he really hasn't had huge numbers, but again, that could change in the blink of an eye.
That's going to be a violation of Wami. Again, one of the prize gets for the San Miguel Beermen this conference, as Torres will shoot the technical. As you're going to have the combination, Watkins and Berto coming in here for the NLEX Road Warriors.
You know, if they can get Watkins to just focus in a little bit better and take his time on those free throws, they would have such a valuable weapon.
So there it is, foul on the pass. And that resulted in the shot as
8 points, 3 out of 4 from the field from Wami.
Fortunately, 3 fouls, yeah.
Exactly.
Still on the floor, though, as Robert Bolick will try and test him on D. He goes straight to Watkins at the post. Mo Daltua. Oh, and Miller hit that to the glass.
That was good help defense from the weak side.
Great find inside to Miller, and Watkins fouls it.
Nice play there by Quincy. At least he went up very strong. Took that harm from, I think it's Mike Watkins who's going to be called for the foul. But on the other end, it was Quincy Miller who went up and blocked Mike Watkins. So good plays. Sunod for Quincy Miller.
Defense and offense coming from Quincy Miller. And that may get him going here. Remember, we have such high expectations from him because he was such a great import for the Converge Fiber Xers. Here's Robert Bolick now, calling for a horn set. Watkins, Semerad, Miller right in front of him. Berto working on Simon and Cecil, who just entered the ball game. That'll be a foul off the pass, and Berto, by the look of him, says that he should have shot that.
Should have. Heard the whistle after he was about to pass it.
Yeah, he was right in the motion for sure.
A little too late.
11-point lead for San Miguel Beermen as Andres Cahilig checks in for San Miguel Beermen.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy had 12 points in the last game, all of them in the fourth quarter against Phoenix when they were trailing, and all of them three-pointers.
What a way to make an impression for sure. You know, a very good start. All you can say about Cahilig, and future looks bright. If we can continue on that, hey, we're going to have to make some decisions on who gets all the playing time.
So for Mike Watkins, they're saying that this was a goaltending. And the San Miguel Beermen just saw the replay, and they are still upset. They think that they got that call wrong. Either way, the referees have meted out their decision, so the point will still stand. It is 33-24 in favor of the San Miguel Beermen, but that is 2 points more than what it was a while ago. Richard Roger, Simon and Cecil denying Robert Bolick. Watkins, a little handoff, a little bump there. And spacing not great for the NLEX Road Warriors, but it doesn't matter because Torres drains or dribbles and bailed them out.
Really a broken play, but Torres make it good.
And that keeps them close as Miller answers back with three.
Now he's starting to heat up. Both teams starting to get it going. That's 8 points now for Miller.
Well, right now, I'm telling you right now, Miller's very... Well, he's playing with a lot of emotion here, to say the least. And Semerad can strike back with three. Simon and Cecil. Now Mo. Miller again. Miller can make it back to back.
On line, just a little bit short.
Semerad. Now to Bates Bolick. Bolick driving inside. Goal line to shoot two.
That's just all that strength. I mean, I've actually, like I've said before, I've been in the weight room with Robert Bolick, and he is an actual moose inside the weight room. Amazingly strong.
Again, Robert Bolick, he has yet to really find his groove in this game, but we all know he only needs a quarter, really, to show us all what he can do on the offensive end.
I mean, we've all seen games of his where he just turns it on in the fourth and just totally makes a huge difference in that ball game.
Semerad goes back to the bench. So we have this Philippines Live poll question that you can answer on Philippines Live app. Who will score more points beyond the arc? It will be Robert Bolick or Andres Cahilig. Download and register now for free on the App Store and Google Play, or visit PhilippinesLive.com for Philippines Live. Catch the PBA, UAAP, PPL, your favorite sports leagues for a very reasonable price as Robert Bolick gets the free throws to go. 7-point lead still for the San Miguel Beermen, the NLEX Road Warriors. Trying to hold Miller off here. Miller, little sidestep fade away, no good. Watkins with a big rebound.
That was a great move. He just missed the shot.
There's Torres now using the pick there. Ayo. Now to Robert Bolick. Oh, the drive inside, faking out Miller. But then probably does a little too much. Here's Miller. Walked into it.
Again, once he sees that ball goes through, now he's getting his confidence going. Now 11 big points here for Quincy Miller.
Here's Bolik. 10-point lead for the San Miguel Beermen. A little over a half left here in quarter number 2. Robert Bolik. Rather, Robbie Herndon is out there. Bayo with the rebound. Here's Bolik again.
Bayo very active.
And Robert Bolik almost got a 4-point play the old-fashioned way. But we'll try and get 3 free throws instead.
That happened right in front of the San Miguel bench. Let's look at this once again. Quincy Miller just stepping right into that shot. I mean, those are the best ones to really raise your confidence.
Definitely would know that partner as Robert Bolik gets the first of 3.
Miller's going to hit the bench for just a bit. Oh, well, maybe not. He got faked out. He went. He was walking off the court, and now he's back.
Now he's on the bench. You gotta wait for the proper protocol.
As we see Rodney Brajal, the rebounding phenom.
So Robert Bolik, all his points coming from the free throw line here. That is point number 7. Again, one of the elite free throw shooters of our league, Robert Bolik. We always talk about Paul Lee as being that guy, but Robert Bolik's one of them too.
Bolik now with 7 points.
Jerko Cruz defines to Grondial. Here's Simon Enciso working on Bolik. Kumar Fajardo has yet to make his mark on this game significantly. As Kumar, Bill Bump, no shoot 2.
And Mike Watkins is saying, who, me? And it is on the former Penn State player. You know, he was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school. That's huge. If you guys know your basketball, you guys follow AAU and all of these things, that is way up there.
Let's take a look at Kumar Fajardo. He only had 8 points against the Phoenix Fieldmaster, but 16 rebounds.
The big but is those rebounds are double what he had in points.
And that's a big factor there. I mean,
for me, that makes even a bigger impact on the game than if he had 16 points and 8 boards.
Here's Bolik. Walking down Simon Enciso, waiting for the pick of Mike Watkins. And Bolik will again go to the line. He's a master at going to the free throw line, and that is what's keeping them in this game. San Miguel has to start being worried here with the foul count that they're starting to accumulate.
Definitely, and Robert Bolik is an expert at going hard, accelerating from 0 to 100 just like that, and he will get those fouls.
41-32 in favor of San Miguel. We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Behind every victory is a powerful winning ride. The all-new Winner X. Ride like a champion.
Hey, smart holiday deals na! Instant data for you, phone for you, and the chance to win a Toyota Land Cruiser ZX. Keep loading or get a postpaid plan for more raffle points. Register now!
Well, let's take a look at Andres Cahilig in that game against the Phoenix Fieldmasters. 12 points on the fourth quarter, 4 out of 5 from beyond the arc. To go with 4 rebounds as well. He was what we called the magic Bruno to Coach George Gallant in the last one. And what an addition he is to the San Miguel team, adding even more shooting to a team with the likes of Marshall Laster, as Bel Gregorio has a report for us.
You couldn't have put it better, Paolo. He was indeed the embodiment of magic bunot. As per Coach Peter Martin, putting Andres in was not planned, but without him, we might not have won that game. For Andreas, it was difficult not playing the first half and not knowing if he will get playing time, thus his first shot being off, but he just had to trust his game and listen to his intuition, which eventually paid off. Paolo.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bel Gregorio. And, you know, it must be tough for a player like Andreas going into a game that so Robert Bolick gets his 9th free throw, and all 9 points, by the way, coming from the free throw line. It must be a bit difficult for a guy like Andreas Kahilig to go to a team full of superstars and then being told, hey, you can shoot.
Yeah, what a bargain that must be. I mean, seriously, he's not going to have that much attention to him because there's so many other guys that are, you know, like that guy, Jumar, obviously, multi-titled MVP. The defensive pressure is not going to be like focusing on him, in other words, so that if you can basically just, you know, book it, you're going to get shots. And he showed up big, especially in that fourth. We can call him the fourth quarter man because 12 points all in the fourth quarter. That's a pretty darn good quarter.
And right after that block, or at least that foul called by the referees, Coach George Gallen jumped to the floor and saying that he wants to challenge this one. So Rodney Brondial will be hit with the foul. So let us see whether or not he has a case. But then they went up really quickly here, talking about Coach George Gallen with that challenge.
Let us see. Again, the San Miguel bench has been adamant about a few fouls that have happened in recent times, thinking they're not fouls. Let's see what happens here on this challenge.
I think it's safe to say that this is a very locked-in San Miguel team. Every member of the bench here is so involved in what's happening on the floor. As Junmar Fajardo and the rest of San Miguel Beermen still lead by 10 against the NLEX Road Warriors. But at what point should we start being worried about the foul count being tallied up by San Miguel? Because the NLEX Road Warriors have been doing their very best trying to sink into the interior of the San Miguel Beermen.
You know, when guys start getting 3 and 4 fouls, then that's time to, you know, really, you know, push a button, maybe not really the panic button, but the concern button.
Yeah.
So, you know, let's just see what happens. I'm interested to see if we'll be successful or unsuccessful on this block shot right here. Look at George. He is more focused on that LED screen than...
But can I just say, right now,
that's like
the
watching
LED screen,
his favorite movie.
The LED screen was just himself. Now here's the replay. Here's Watkins. Watch the swipe. Unsuccessful. And Coach George is still upset.
So that's going to be
the third foul here. As Mike Watkins will shoot 2. Well, the San Miguel Beermen,
that'll be the third foul on Junmar.
So foul number 3 on Junmar. So it wasn't on Brondial, it was on Junmar.
So it was a clean block by Rodney, in other words. But they're saying Junmar got him on the body.
As Watkins gets the free throws, that insult to injury. So Junmar Fajardo. Now it's the concern button.
The concern
button.
Yeah.
here's
and the next button is the uh-oh button.
Yeah. Chris Rosales in the ball game now as well, by the way, as Marshall Lassiter swings that around, finds Rosales. He'll try a 3, can't get it. Watkins battle hard for the rebound, but falls to Brondial. Swings around to Kahilig in the corner. Andreas can't get that to fall. And Junmar with an easy 2. What a pass from Rodney Brondial.
Exactly. Interior passing to its finest by Rodney Brondial. He made that play. Junmar just had to grab it and put it in.
Bayo. Pass to the corner to Torres. Bayo gets it. He attacks Rodney Brondial. Can't get it to go. Watkins trying to get an offensive rebound. Can't get the finish. Ball pops up to Marshall Lassiter. Still 9-point lead for San Miguel Beermen. Junmar Fajardo almost with a treble.
Trying to return the favor with a nice pass.
Marshall with the miss. Watkins out rebounds Junmar. Junmar says sorry. He knew he should have shot that. Here's Robert Bolick off the drive on the attack, and still no field goal for Robert Bolick. Here's Torres, wide open for 3, gets it to go!
He can shoot that. He's got that range. And he's hit a couple of those big ones. That's 9 points now for Torres.
45-39. Here's Chris Rosales working on Torres. And that would be a foul on Torres. And that may be a foul to give. Next one to send to the line. Oh, rather, no, that is a penalty. That's 6th foul on the NLEX Road Warriors this quarter as we take a look at Torres with the triple on, right in the face, rather, Marshall Lassiter.
You know, shots like that really force the defense to play, you know, a little more honestly, and you know, they can't just focus in on the bigs. So great shot there by Torres, stretching that defense out.
Rosales gets the first of 2. As Miller checks in for Junmar Fajardo. So it'll be Semerad and Richie Roger coming in here. As Baggio checks out, as well as Cyrus Torres.
I'm watching the bench of San Miguel, and Otto Agustin is over there giving Junmar a little ear, saying, "Hey, what's up with that pass? You should have shot it."
A little bit too unselfish. Here's Robert Bode. Refuses to pick, hands it to Kevin Alas. It's a pretty offensive lineup here for the NLEX Road Warriors as Semerad unable to control the pass. There's Quincy Miller surveying floor. Semerad right in front of him. He'll be the import stopper here. Marshall in the corner, drives at Watkins to turn around. Oh, Marshall Lassiter finding a way to score, making something out of nothing.
I think that's one of the best moves I've ever seen Marshall do. He threw the ball literally to himself as he drove to the center of the key, then did it up and under, and just really stretched out for a nice kiss off the glass.
Here's Babes Bowling working on Brondial. The shot no good there from Richie Roger. Bowling frustrated that that didn't go in. 10-point lead still. Still Rosales to Rodney Brondial. Ryan find Cahilig. Cahilig gets it off the curl. Cahilig driving. The floater, no good. Cahilig gets his own miss. Gives it to Miller. And that will be a blocking foul.
Semerad just bowling over Andres.
Rather a pushing foul. Let's take a look at this again. This best move of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
Against the biggest guy there too, with the longest arms. Great play there by Marshall. That brings us to this 2:13 mark with San Miguel up by 10, 49-39.
This program is brought to you by Arena Plus.
Has driving been too much of a hassle lately? Drive the best trips when you drive your way with MPT Drive Hub. Drive worry-free, because checking RFID balance and reloading can be done through the app. Get traffic updates to ease your route, and always know your RFID balance as soon as you use them. With MPT Drive Hub, your drive is protected with roadside assistance and CTPL insurance. Let's clear the hassle away with the best travel companion. Download MPT Drive Hub now.
Ang barangay namin, naka-all-new PLDT Home Wi-Fi 5G Plus na. Up to 10 times faster. You can connect up to 15 gadgets. 1495 na lang. Plus, ang saya with a new PLDT Home Wi-Fi 5G Plus.
Pointland. And I think he really had a kind of slow start, but he started to heat up. And once he did, I think that's when the San Miguel lead started to stretch out as well.
Bel Gregorio has the support for us. Bel.
Well, Paolo, 14 points in 30 minutes of play. Quincy Miller wasn't really nursing anything in that conference opener. He was just hounded by foul trouble. But assistant coach Peter Martin confessed it was just not the same Quincy that Converge introduced us to. So there is a call for Quincy to make his presence felt more offensively outside the shaded area. Quincy himself admits it is just one of those bad days, which he knows he's also capable of turning around. Paolo.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bel Gregorio, according to Quincy himself. He says that it's just one of those bad days. But really, I have to ask, partner, have you ever had bad days yourself?
Never.
See?
I never saw a three-point shot I didn't like, that's for sure. No, you know, days are like that. You're going to have to grind out some days, but the difference between, you know, good players and better players is they find a way. even if some days it's just not happening. I mean, sometimes you couldn't hit, the side of a mountain with a shotgun. But, those are the days you just got to keep grinding and focusing and just find a way.
Oh, Watkins misses from close range, and it is now a 51-39 lead for the San Miguel Beermen. Here's Miller working against Semera. This has been one of the favorite matchups here of the fans at the venue. That time, no foul called, and we go the other way. Here's Robert Bolick now. Can he get going here from the field goal? With a field goal? Asatas, open, no dice. It's looking like one of those days here for the NLEX Road Warriors where their shot is really not falling. Rondial gets it, mismatch here with Alas right behind him. Miller, the shot, can't get it to go. The tap goal from Rondial.
They had a mouse-in-the-house situation with Rondial inside, and he took full advantage on that offensive putback.
There were 3 blue shirts around Rondial, and it fell to him. 53-39.
He's just got that knack of knowing where the ball's going to go.
James Bolick finding Alas 4-4. And that's in and out. Shots really not falling here for NLEX.
The best shooter tonight for them is Torres. From the outside anyway.
Marshall Lassiter trying to get the ball here. We'll finally get it from Rosales. Alas right in front of Marshall. High pick and roll with Rondial. Oh, and he goes for it, can't get it to go. That typically is money. But here's Robert Bolick. Bolick attacking, trying to get his first field goal, and he'll go and shoot 2 instead.
He looks like a football player, like a running back going through the line. The way he even held the ball, he really, groped it. Like it's not going anywhere, that's for sure.
Well, he cradled that, and he will go to the line and shoot a couple. So frustrating day from the field goal perspective, but then Robert Bolick has yet to miss a free throw. Until I said it, that's on me, Robert.
PDR.
That's on me.
You killed his free throw streak.
9 out of 10.
He had 9 going until you said something. But for sure he's going to make this one, right?
Yeah, he's going to make it. Robert doesn't miss twice in a row. There you go. 30-second timeout will hold on to the air here. So right now, the NLEX Road Warriors had that little stretch here wherein they were at the receiving end of a Quincy Miller-fueled 3-point run at one point. Lead kind of grew. As we take a look at their numbers here, in that loss against Northport, they shot the ball at 37%. Not quite sure what their percentage is here exactly at the moment, but it's been a poorish offensive day for them here.
In their loss to Northport, 37%, but in their wins, they're up at 48. So they definitely shoot much better in those W's, and they keep the turnovers down as well. 21, way too much. Again, I've had teams where coaches just say, if we can keep our turnovers 13 or lower, we got a good chance to win. And they're doing just that with 12.5.
The NLEX Road Warriors, by the way, for those wondering, are today shooting at 35% from the field. So not quite the standard that they want.
Even less than their 2 losses. So we have to do a better job of finding the bottom of the nets.
So let's see if goes to John Wichico. Has a bit of magic in him here today. As Andres Cahilig set to inbound this. Here's Rosales.
Some full court pressure.
Give it to Chongson. Has to get it across. They do. Andres Cahilig now. They got 4 shooters. All 5 of the players here for San Miguel are shooters. Here's Wami Chongson.
2 very good ball handlers in Rosales and Chongson as well.
Ball pops up, and that's a steal. Here's NLEX. Can they get a buzzer beater? Alas, going all the way, no good. And that'll do it for the first half with NLEX Road Warriors trailing the San Miguel Beermen by 13. In what has been a very active game here. Very interesting, very emotional, very physical. And we got more after this break. Don't go away.
Bumuelo na sila, panibagong digmaan. Wala nang atrasan. Tuloy ang angat na laban sa PBA 49th Commissioner's Cup, Tuesdays to Sundays.
Hanggat hindi ka namigil, meron na iinip na baka hindi mo ipagkatiwala ang trono. Putong naglito. Kami malulok ka! Dadadakado ko.
Mula sa tinta ng katawan, ang tinta ng puso.
Hello everyone, I'm Jerome Lastimosa from Magnolia Shots, point guard. Siguro yung style ng laro ko is kagaya nila Kuya Jason Castro, Kuya Mark Baroka. So ayun, yung parang point guard na talagang may speed talaga na syempre sa IQ din. So, siguro yun yung style ng laro ko. Of course, si Kuya Mark Baroka is lagi ko siyang actually magkatabi kami lagi sa upuan doon sa training. Kasi nga, yun nga, lagi niya akong ina-advise sa lahat ng about sa basketball. Paano magtagal, kung paano makatulong sa team. So, madami. Sa teams ngayon, madami. Especially kay Jeric and Missy. Since Adamson pa kami, close na talaga kami kay Jerry. And ngayon, kakaroon ako ng panibagong friends. Sila Kuya Mark Baroka, sila Peter Aparo, Kuya Paul, sila Rom De La Rosa, Russell Scotto. Yung mga nakakasama ko lagi sa training and magkakatabi kami sa upuan. Kuya Jason, tsaka sino ba? Sila Terence Romeo. So, yun yung mga doon ako na-excite na maglaro sa mga veterans na guards.
Danny Pringle is playing for Terra Firma.
That's true. But look at Arvin Tolentino. Look at that! Spin cycle finish plus the foul. Drop pass to Robere. Swings it out to Tolentino. Wide open triple. Tolentino gets it to go. Tolentino shoots over out this round one. What a tough shot to guard. Arvin spins. Strong move. Scores!
You know, he had to read the kind of defense that was being played by CJ Katapusan.
Look at that stat line, coach.
Yeah, very solid ball game shown by Arvin Tolentino. The entire ball game, lots of positives, decision making, posting up, cutting, taking the three-point shot. Another three-point shot right here for 21 big points.
Bubuelo na sila, panibagong digmaan. Wala nang atrasan. Tuloy ang angat na laban sa PBA 49th Commissioner's Cup, Tuesdays to Sundays.
isang biyaya. Ito ang diwa ng Kapaskuhan. Tanong man ang mangyari sa kanya, lumalapit palagi. Ikaw at ako, naghahatid ng ngiti, laging isa sa puso. Ipapangako, magsasaya ang bawat isa, sabay-sabay na magdiriwang, pag-asa, pagmamahal, serbisyong may puso. Dahil dito natin merry ang vibes ng Pasko. Merry, 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 natin merry ang vibes ng Pasko. Iba man ang aming ginagawa, gusto namin ay isa para sa Pilipino. Maglilingkod ng may puso, laging kasama, kahit saan pa mapunta. Saya ang bawat isa, sabay-sabay na magdiriwang, pag-asa, pagmamahal, serbisyong may puso. Dahil dito natin merry ang vibes ng Pasko.
Stockton under a minute to go. Stockton, the lift.
Wow.
Oh, what a move mula kay Alex Stockton. What's that? Oh, inangat. Tapos kinaliwa. Skills.
Kasi medyo hesitant kung unang pasok niya in their first game. This time around, ang resibo agad, RT!
I'm not surprised with that move, to be honest with you, because the moment he was inserted inside, the primary role of Jerome Plastimosa is to put semblance of teamwork by doing.
And then 7 lang para dito sa Rainer Shine.
And Tito will rise high for the hammer.
For sure, Rainer Shine will not be happy with that because that's really pretty much an open lane. Oh, Quinto though, holding on.
Go. New. Looking to win it para dito sa Meralco. Use of the Mitchell. They test their import. Mitchell, yes! But there is 1 second remaining here. What a teardrop by Akil Mitchell.
If Meralco, well, obviously if Meralco goes on to win this is going to be very painful. One dribble, puts up a floater right here, right in the face of Donovan.
Converge has it. Hindi na pwede mag-timeout ang mga player. Diallo bleeding for it. Stockton. What guts by Alex Stockton.
He did not wait for the defense. He was not rushing things. He saw Mark Baroka sag a little bit. Enough chance or space for Stockton to launch this one. And it was a huge basket by Stockton.
Timeout player. Tama. Stockton. Panalo, overtime na lang to. Stockton inside, Corona for the Deuce.
That is a very good good fun. But what is spectacular is the composure of these players from Converge. They know exactly what to do. Alex Stockton did not give up the ball right away. He made sure that the pass that he's going to give up will turn out to be precious basket.
Watkins aatake. Sets it up to Bolek. They go up top. The throwdown is there for Watkins.
Nakakaamuyan na. Kakaroon na ng magandang chemistry itong Road Warriors. Specifically, the connection between Robert Bolek and Watkins. Alam na nila kung anong kayang gawin ng isa't isa.
That time for Luis Angalang. Pitch, goodbye. Every time down the floor, they would try to run. And he just got on the bus. Jack.
And 7 lang para dito sa Rainer Shine.
Echito will rise high for the hammer.
For sure, Rainer Shine will not be happy with that because that's really pretty much an open lane. Quinto though holding on.
Have to consider all options. Your import, his back is hurting as we see an easy alley-oop there because Richard basically could not defend Mike Watkins on the dive.
So now he has to adjust his pick and roll coverage. And what is that? He does not have to stay connected.
Points ang hinahabol pa rin ng dito. 3:16 remaining. Bolek, ayun na naman. Watkins with another throwdown. Still no adjustment on the defense from the G.
Back-to-back slam dunks here for Watkins. We're going to be seeing a lot of slam dunks here for Watkins.
To Richie. Richie to the cutting. Oh, look at that. Jam from Smith. Is it the face of Bing Oliva? He's asking where was the foul. Let's see it in slow-mo. Oftentimes the proof is there.
And then nakita mo na
40 in favor of San Miguel Beermen. I'm Paul Garizara, joined by Vince the Prince Hizon. Bel Gregorius on the sideline for us. First half, very much San Miguel in control defensively, offensively. But in that second quarter, they really hit the ground running in terms of their offense.
Yeah, definitely. Going up 32-23 as far as scoring just in that second quarter really spelled a big difference. They won the first quarter as well, 21-17. So San Miguel doing all the right things to get this W on track.
Halftime stats brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. The numbers here, especially in terms of field goal percentage, not working out for NLEX Road Warriors.
Yeah, definitely not shooting as many or making as many. So 34% for NLEX on 11 of 32, 43% for San Miguel on 19 of 44. So they're getting a lot more volume. But here's the good news for NLEX. They're getting to the free throw strike. They just got to make more of them. 20 free throws versus 11 for San Miguel. Made 14 versus the 10 of the Beermen.
And of course, you take a look at the leading scorers here. Quincy Miller leading the way for San Miguel Beermen with 11. Robert Bolek with 10. But all of those 10 came from the free throw line. Cyrus Torres shooting the ball well, as well as Mike Watkins and Enoch Valdez. We haven't seen him since the first quarter. On the other end, San Miguel getting it done across the board here, partner.
Yeah, a lot of guys getting some numbers up. Quincy Miller with 11. CJ Perez with 8, as is Chongson. And, you know, they got 3 guys with 6. That's Fajardo, Tautua, and Lassiter. So a lot of different, ways for the points to get on the board for the Beermen. And some more good news from them. Points in the paint, they're leading that 24-14. And bench points, they're also leading 22-14.
13-point lead here because the lead was at 14. And one of the bigger problems here is that they could not contain the San Miguel Beermen within the paint. 24-14 advantage, a plus 10 advantage here for San Miguel Beermen when it comes to shots from close range.
Correct. I mean, you know, San Miguel is just a tremendously, big team and, daunting team. And you can't let them, take advantage by letting them get those easy pokes. Even at the end, you had guys like Rodney Brajal getting those little offensive rebounds. And those things add up. And that's why this point differential is kind of ballooned now. Here we are at 13.
Interesting to see here that in terms of fast break points, NLEX has the advantage, but it's only 3-0.
That's negligible.
I mean, we're going to find out whether or not their transition offense could improve here talking about the NLEX Road Warriors, because to be quite honest, when the San Miguel defense is set, it's just so much harder for this NLEX team to score.
Correct. I mean, they're going to obviously rely a lot on Watkins. You know, they give him a knock on his free throws. He only shot 6 free throws, made 3 of them. But, man, he has 14 boards at half. Miller is a huge number.
Miller scoring here, not even 10 seconds into the third quarter. And, you know, Miller, we saw him with the Converge 5xers in the report from Bel Gregorio a while ago. There's a challenge that we haven't seen the Converge version of Quincy Miller with the Miguel Beermen just yet. So let's see if they can find it. And another turnover there. Watkins, we heard his yell. Turnover number 5.
5, yeah. 4 turnovers in a half for him, and add 1 more to that.
He tried to get it back immediately as Junmar Fajardo could not really control that. Still San Miguel ball here. You know, you take a look at the game of Watkins here. This is the biggest lead, by the way, 55-40. What do you think he needs to do a bit better here to try and give NLEX more control as CJ Perez unable to finish that ball with a rebound?
You know, my coaches would always say, you just got to make the smart pass. You don't have to make the hero pass. You just got to make the one that's going to get things done. And he got a couple long pass interceptions. You know, you don't really need those. What you need is to get the ball down for it and get a good shot.
3 shooters here for Robert Ball to find. He finds 1 in Herndon, and he gets a triple.
I was going to say, Robbie not getting much done tonight. He was in -6 in the plus-minus in the first half, but that's his first points here in this ball game in about 14 minutes of action.
Well, he's going to try and change that here for sure. Here's Quincy Miller on the attack. We're going to get Semanad again. Ran into Watkins, and he'll score and 1.
And if that is on Watkins, that could spell trouble for NLEX.
Let's take a look at this again, Coach. You have Miller there, a little hesitation attacking Watkins.
So that'll be his 3rd foul. Again, Watkins going to have to be careful. Now they're going to try to really go at him, try to get that 4th, maybe early in this 3rd quarter.
As Miller gets that to go. Here's Babes Bolik now.
It's 15 points for Quincy Miller.
Set play here for the NLEX Road Warriors. This is their code. Robert Bolik on the attack. Goes in and will go to line and shoot 2. Still no field goals for Robert Bolik.
Correct.
But he already has 10.
And he never misses, right?
Except for that one time.
That's ancient history. We don't remember that.
No, you do.
Of course not.
That's Bel Gregorio has a report for us. Bel, what do you have?
The call to action over on NLEX's side is to focus on things they can control, namely their turnovers after their 10 in the first half and their defensive rebounds. Assistant coach Borgie Armida lamented the 13-8 disparity in second chance points and how they're not really faring well offensively because of their defensive lapses. Mike Watkins was also reminded that although rebounding is what they really want him to do, scoring 7 in the first half just won't cut it against a team like SMB. Paolo.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bel Gregorio. The challenge has been meted out here. The gauntlet has been thrown. Watkins with only 7 points needs to do better on the offensive end here for the NLEX Road Warriors. Let's see if he can do that. Here's Junmar Fajardo. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, Junmar Fajardo got away and scoops it up.
What a move! Junmar just getting Mike Watkins in the popcorn machine and just goes right around him.
You know, I feel like we don't really see the full skill package of Junmar Fajardo sometimes, because that was definitely a guard move. Almost a turnover here. Here's Watkins. He goes at it. Go nice.
That's great anticipation there by Junmar, who's wide open for the dunk.
But he'll lay it in.
Or the lay-in. One of the above. Whatever it is. That's 10 points now for the Kraken. Easy points for him. Easy as he's going to get. But look at that move. Goes right around. Big 10. Mike Watkins and just lays it in. And here's another little lay-in. Easy breezy.
He's not flashy at all, but Junmar Fajardo, boy, oh boy, is he effective. 62-44. We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Arena Plus. Behind every victory is a powerful winning ride. NLEX.
Holiday deals na! Instant data for you, phone for you, and the chance to win a Toyota Land Cruiser ZX. Keep loading or get a postpaid plan for more raffle points. Register now!
Welcome back. You're still watching your PBA. This is the United Center in Antipolo, where the San Miguel Beermen are really giving the business to the NLEX Road Warriors, who are struggling to contain them on the offensive end. Right now, it is 62-44, 18-point lead for the San Miguel Beermen. And Junmar Fajardo just gave us one of the highlights of this game with a nice up and under move just a while ago before finishing it off with a transition opportunity with a nice lay-in.
A very sprightly move from the Kraken. Just one of the best up and, pump fakes I've seen.
And finally, Robert Wallach drains a field goal.
That is a field goal. We haven't seen any of those all night, but he's got double digits just from free throws.
And right now, he's only missed 2 free throws.
13 points now for Big Shot Bob.
11 of them coming from the free throw line, as you mentioned. Here is Miller attacking Semerad on the drive, and that's going to be a basket and one. And you can see Coach John Michico frustrated on the other end of the floor as Semerad sends up Miller to the line.
I see it once again. He just really just put his head down and said, I don't care if you're there. I'm going to get there somehow, some way. And Quincy Miller just did just that. And he's pumped up.
Miller gets the bonus to go. And this is already the biggest lead of San Miguel Beermen, now standing at 19. Can the NLEX Road Warriors have a little kick here before the fourth quarter and get themselves back into this contest? Robert Bolick got his first field goal a while ago. Great feed inside to Watkins, but then Watkins got the ball knocked out of his hand. Cross to Marshall. Marshall transition triple. Go dice as Herndon gets it. Herndon playing it forward. Now Enoch Valdez, 8 points in the game here for the young Valdez.
8 points for Enoch, and probably the easiest 2 points I think that the Road Warriors have gotten all night.
We said a while ago, it feels like they haven't been getting anything in transition as much as, Watkins spiked that down. Here's CJ Perez. CJ, the shot, no good. As the ball will go the other way, a nice stop there for the NLEX Road Warriors. Maybe that can get them going. Let's take a look at that again. Watkins slammed the door shut.
In volleyball, we call that a roof.
Here is Robert Bolick flipping that up, and Watkins with a nice follow.
When they get those things going on, Robert Bolick going downhill, good things usually happen. Either he'll get fouled or get a shot up and somebody has an opportunity to get the offensive board.
Semerad working on Miller. Miller has been finding his way offensively. That time, no good. That would have been a great highlight. Here's Robert Bolick going now for the NLEX Road Warriors. Getting a pick from Semerad against Ross. Is open and he scores. Signs of life from the NLEX Road Warriors as the lead has shrunk down to 12. This is exactly what they needed at the right time.
They are getting going at the right time. Look at Bolick just stepping over, sees the opportunity, and he makes them pay for leaving him open.
65-53 in favor of the San Miguel Beermen, but NLEX showing us that they're still in this. We'll be right back.
Has driving been too much of a hassle lately? Drive the best trips when you drive your way with MPT Drive Hub. Drive worry-free, because checking RFID balance and reloading can be done through the app. Get traffic updates to ease your route, and always know your RFID balance as soon as you use them. With MPT Drive Hub, your drive is protected with roadside assistance and CTPL insurance. Let's clear the hassle away with the best travel companion. Download MPT Drive Hub now.
Ang barangay namin, naka-all-new PLDT Home Wi-Fi 5G Plus na. Up to 10 times faster. You can connect up to 15 gadgets. 1495 na lang. Plus, ang saya with a new PLDT Home Wi-Fi 5G Plus.
16 points there for Robert Bolick, and a 7-0 run here for the NLEX Road Warriors. 65-53, the count here in favor. Still some Miguel Beermen though. CJ Perez trying to get free. Hands it off to Chris Ross. Miller inside, Valdez right in front of him. Size advantage in favor of Miller, but Valdez is such a pesky defender, and he gets the stop. But they're going to say San Miguel is complaining, by the way, for a offensive basket interference. At Semerad getting to go, rather defensive basket interference.
2 big shots in a row. One from Bolick and one from Semerad.
10-0 run.
12 points for Semerad.
10-0 run here for the NLEX Road Warriors. As Chris Ross lets that go, and will go the other way. As Chris Ross, by the way, is upset at this no call.
I think he's got a legitimate gripe too. There was some definite contact there. If you look at that nice shot there by Semerad.
So there is Chris Ross still complaining here. And the referee is already conferring with the official table. So that's a resentment to a non-call on Chris Ross. Just a warning there. As Mota Tua will check in for Quincy Miller. Goes George Gallen trying to shuffle things up a bit. A couple of calls here for that San Miguel Beermen do not agree with, to say the least.
Or non-calls.
Non-calls for sure.
So it's resentment to nothing. It never happened.
Well, take a look at this. 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Can
Once
it make
again,
it for 4?
That would have been a big one. That was not the guy you want to leave open. The guy who just made that 3-point shot previous.
This is an interesting lineup, by the way, for the NLEX Road Warriors. Now, JV Mocon is actually not playing due to coach's decision. No injuries as well. Jose Ramer also having not been fielded yet. And here's Marshall Lassiter. Wami Chongson trying to get free of Bolick. Oh! But then the tidbit there from Umar Fajardo saves the possession, 67-56, back to double-digit advantage.
Just the luxury that San Miguel has. I mean, they can actually go high-low with the big import on top, because the low can be Junmar.
Oh, Ina Valdez trying to get the rebound, but Wami Chongson just tapped that away. CJ Perez on the drive, on the attack, and not able to get the finish. Here's CJ again. CJ holding on to possession, shooting over everyone, still nothing, and NLEX have a chance here to make this a single-digit game yet again. Here's Robert Bolick working on CJ Perez. Bolick finding Semerad in the corner, free, and that's
He can make that. He can definitely make that. That's the guy. When he gets hot, he really gets hot. He's streaky. 2 out of 3 in the last couple possessions, or few possessions for NLEX's Semerad.
And that's a foul on the drive as the NLEX Road Warriors are on the comeback trail here.
And San Miguel bench is really asking for a review by the technical committee on the supposed offensive or defensive interference. So we shall see as we look at that nice slow-mo of Semerad getting it done from distance.
And we play on here. CJ Perez. Ino Valdez has made a difference here in this one as he bumps CJ Perez and he'll score anyway.
What an athlete. What an athlete. Takes the harm, says no big deal. And the kiss is high and soft off the glass. CJ Perez. What an athlete. Amazing.
CJ Perez will have the bonus, and it's just, you kind of have to look at both of CJ Perez and Ino Valdez, both of them coming from Lyceum, both of them stars of that program. And you can only imagine, or at least how it would feel for Valdez to go up against CJ Perez at this level of competition. There's Ino.
Hey, he's like a legend over there at Lyceum, so here he is, face to face.
Here's Torres with the jumper. No good from him. Mota Tua, now to Wami Chongson. Wami. And there'll be a whistle underneath. I believe it'll be on Semerad trying to hold off Junmar.
Those are 2 big bumps. Most guys would have probably fell the other direction, but not Junmar. He just kept rolling like a train down the tracks.
70-59. San Miguel trying to hold off a nice NLEX quarter. Oh, what a block from Watkins.
Nice Nice quick jump from Mike Watkins. Good timing there. Again, he's looking at this matchup he has with Junmar as also a learning experience. He's learned how real the strength, the size of Junmar really is.
Neil Valdez goes back to the bench. Dave Marcelo checks in, as well as Richie Roger. Semerad also out to the bench as an offensive possession save. And Junmar Fajardo can get the jumper to go still.
Exact same miss. I mean, just a little bit back rimmed, maybe an inch or two too long.
Calling for a horn set here, not getting it though. As Watkins will offer a pick. Bowling, putting Wami Chong on his hit. Richie Roger in the corner.
Hey, watch out, San Miguel. NLEX is hot right now. That's 3 out of 4 from three-point land in the last 5 possessions.
6 points for him. Come on, Richie Roger. 8-point game. And NLEX definitely back in it. As Mo Tatua will try to get 3 back. Oh, 3 Mo!
Never fear. Look at Mo. I mean, he can really hurt you in a lot of different ways. And his outside prowess is something that doesn't get a lot of recognition.
Here's Robert Bowling. Offering a pick and roll with Watkins up high. They go to Roger in the other corner. That time no good. Bowling with a rebound and will go to the line to shoot a couple.
He's such a strong guy, I'm telling you. He's as strong as most power forwards in the PBA, and he plays point guard.
Wami Johnson with the foul. Robert Bolick has only missed 2 free throws in this game. And we'll be hoping he doesn't miss any more. Gets the first of 2.
16 points for him now. Make it 17. He's now 12 out of 14 from the stripe.
James Bolick. Misses the second.
I just don't want to say anything. That's a...
I did. I just commented. I just commentated what happened.
Keep going.
Here's Wami Johnson. This is a 10-point game here. San Miguel still in charge though. Oh, Johnson, no bump. No good as Watkins gets a rebound ahead of Junmar Fajardo. Watkins is such a voracious rebounder.
Yes. Said he had 14 boards at half.
Here's Bolick. And that will be a foul on the floor. Mo Tatua so upset he took off his mask. So that's how he looks like.
He thought he got all ball. He said he got all ball. Man.
We gotta move on to the next play. As Junmar Fajardo goes back to the bench here. Marshall Laster comes in for him, by the way. Here's Robert Bolick. 10 seconds left.
Oh, wide open.
Oh, and what a find, what a finish. Had to adjust there. Pass was probably a bit too close to the rim, but Watkins may do.
Well, I think Watkins was a little surprised that the pass even gave. Like, oh, here comes the ball. Good look there by Bolick.
And there is Watkins with a rebound. Here's Bolick. Bolick, oh, what a find to Torres. Torres relocates, shoots. That would have been big, but there's big Dave Marcelo, now Watkins again.
Very active. The Road Warriors are making it happen here in this third period. Watkins now with 13 points and 20 boards. Still got 2 minutes in the third to go.
Johnson working on Bolick. Into the teeth of the D. Mo Tatua. Sidestep, no good. Coach George wants a timeout next time they have an opportunity. But here's Robert Bolick. Bolick looking for options here. Robert Bolick going inside. Score. Cue the timeout. NLEX Road Warriors back from the dead. Just a 4-point game here. 73-69. San Miguel are in danger here in quarter number 3. What a run from NLEX.
Absolutely. This has definitely been NLEX's quarter. They are winning this quarter in scoring 35-14, much in part to great plays like this one from big shot Bob Bolick going in strong. Amazing plays from them.
Take a look at that again. Robert Bolick on the attack. Didn't care about the defense from Trollano. And it is such a bounce-back quarter for the entire NLEX Road Warriors, particularly Robert Bolick, who did not hit a single field goal in that first half.
And I stand corrected at 29-20, but it's still, they ate in 9 big points just in this quarter alone. So NLEX is on the road to doing good things. See if they can continue it. They're definitely frustrating the Beermen.
Well, of course, right now, if you're the Beermen, you got to control the emotions as well. As right now, Jericho Cruz, Don Trollano, Jumar Fajardo, Quincy Miller, and Wami Chongson, a 5-year selected by Coach George Gallant. On the other hand, you have Alas, Torres, Bolick, Richie Roger, and Watkins.
Oh no.
Okay. And that it is it. Oh no is right, partner. And all of a sudden, San Miguel off their own timeout.
Of basketball, a timeout, right? And, you know, you get a turnover right out of that timeout. So you look at the numbers of Bolick, 19 big points, 9 in this quarter.
Couldn't get the assist there, though. Talking about the NLEX Road Warriors and the basket as well. Here's Quincy Miller working on Richie Roger. Now playing a bit of a zone here. Miller with a shot. Can't get it go. Watkins battling for the rebound, but Jumar Fajardo wins that time. Jumar, spiked down by Watkins.
He's frustrating Junmar right now. That's
3 blocks, I believe.
3 blocks, yes.
Take a look at that.
Big Mike. Man.
And that block was so clean, might have been worth 2. Here's Jumar Fajardo. Now the Jericho Cruz attacking Alas. And that is going to be a charge on Jericho Cruz. This has been a nightmare quarter for the San Miguel Beermen.
But excellent defense there from Alas. Staying low, moving his feet, not trying to reach or slap and get a silly foul. Takes that charge. Jericho knows it.
Well, Jericho gave Alas a high five on the other end of the floor, by the way, in recognition of that take. As right now, Rosales sent in here by Coach George Gallant. Trying to steady the ship here with her ball handler. Here's Babes Bolick. Telling Torres to go the other way. Bolick. Roger for 3. That would have been big. But not that time.
Just didn't quite follow through with that shot, but it was definitely there. It was open.
Eno Valdez checks in for Robert Bolick, and what a quarter has been for Robert Bolick.
Definitely. Really gave his team such a lift. Finally started getting some field goals.
You know, we did mention it at the start of coverage here that Robert Bolick is one of those guys who you only need a quarter. Valdez giving up a lot of size, but that time bothered Miller enough. Jumar Fajardo couldn't get the ball, but it bounced off Richie Roger. Here is Chris Rosales with the inbound. 14 seconds to shoot here for the San Miguel Beermen. Junmar in the perimeter. Don Trollano off the pick, attacking. Wow, able to score.
That was nice. He faked with his right, and then he switched it over to his left. Nice soft touch there from Giuliano.
Well, he's probably happy that Watkins didn't even try to block it, as we take a look at the points scored, +7 here in favor of the NLEX Road Warriors. And Watkins goes inside. What a strong finish.
They are active on offense and defense. They are really pressuring the Beermen. Nothing's coming easy.
4-point game here. Jumar Fajardo against Watkins. Jumar can't get the shot to go. Ball pops up. Cruz, can he shoot? Yes, he can. Oh, but what will this call be?
I think that's a 51-49. Think about it.
75-71. And that's the score going to the fourth. NLEX within 4.
This program is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
Merry Christmas!
Ngayong Pasko, may regalo ang Arena Plus para sa'yo. Get a welcome bonus of 3,188 pesos with us para tuloy ang saya sa bawat laro ngayong Pasko. Arena Plus ang bahala sa saya ng buong barkada. Manood ng NBA sa Arena Plus and score up to 10,000 pesos daily bonus plus a chance to win multiple bonuses.
Maligayang Arena Plus ko.
Hey, smart holiday deals na! Instant data for you, phone for you, and the chance to win a Toyota Land Cruiser ZX. Keep loading or get a postpaid plan for more raffle points. Register now!
Quarter 38 to 28. Then you can take a look at the points in the paint. That is only +4. That's actually 14 more points in the third quarter for them in the paint. Umar Fajardo, 12 of 12, 5 of 14 from the field. But you take a look at the challenge he has in front of him right now. A lot of misses were actually blocked by a certain Michael Watkins. And the three-point shooting, though, third quarter, wow, 50% for the NLEX Warriors, 5 out of 10, 1 out of 6 for the San Miguel Beermen. They use the three ball to great effect, and all of a sudden they are within a single possession. 4-point game here in the fourth quarter, going into the fourth quarter rather, as the NLEX Road Warriors down 75-71 against the San Miguel Beermen. Once again, I'm Paolo Del Rosario alongside Vince the Prince Hizon. Daniel Gregorio is on the sideline for us. Thank you very much for joining us here on Pilipinas Live and on PBA Rush for this exciting contest between NLEX and San Miguel. Partner, you take a look at what San Miguel did not do. How did the NLEX Road Warriors come back into this game?
Well, they just shot their way back in. Definitely played great defense on one side, and we're making those outside shots. And what happens is when you make those outside shots,